Breaking the shackles of cutthroat competition, 7 of us, all hardcore professionals, have landed up at Purulia bus stand.
Our destination, Ayodhya Hilltop, to watch the festivity of poaching. A celebration of tribals held every Buddha Purnima. On the way to the hilltop, we take a break at Buddha, a non-descriptive but serene hamlet.
The soil, with a tinge of red and tall palm trees, far away from the madding crowd, replenish energy sapped in swanky workstations.
Look, the hilltop, dawn green.
Bounty of natural beauty treats our eyes. Song and scenic beauty are complementary to each other. As Shelley said, our sweetest songs are those that tell of saddest thoughts.
একবারই শুধু সরকার থেকেই করে
মানে এইটা কি বুদ্ধ পূর্ণিমা বুদ্ধ পূর্ণিমা মানে বৈশাখী পূর্ণিমা
আর আর কি কি পাওয়া যায়
Taking uncanny hours ahead into account, we halt at a roadside shop for fast food at Shirkabad.
আমরা আজকে এখন
Delicious jalebis, hot and juicy.
চা খাচ্ছি সিঙ্গাড়া খাচ্ছি
Shades of civilization have reached Shirkabad.
আমরা সোজা চলে যাব অযোধ্যা
It even has a hospital.
অযোধ্যা পার শুরু হচ্ছে তাই তো সুমিত কি সমুদ্র
The jeep turns left. Huts, alleys, and a stream greet us to Buddha village. Leaves of trees have painted the village green. Enticed by the beauty, one of us keeps eyes on the lens of his camera and clicks the bounty of flora and fauna that have enriched the hamlet. With hills enveloping the village, it's at the least a journey to El Dorado, if not heaven.
পিন্দারে পলাশের বন পালাবো পালাবো মন পিন্দারে পলাশের বন পালাবো মন ল্যাংটা ইন্দুরে ঢোল কাটে হো কাটে হে বতরে পিরিতির ফুল ফুটে ল্যাংটা ইন্দুরে ঢোল কাটে হো কাটে হে বতরে পিরিতির ফুল ফুটে
জামগুটু গ্রাম আছে
সুনীলের বটে
ওর বাড়িতে।
চূড়া দেখিস তুই
ওর বাড়িতে তুই ধরো আমাদের থাকার কোনো অসুবিধা তোমাদের গ্রামে একটা থাকার অবস্থা
Meet the Panchayat chief of Buddha, Pavan Muda. An old resident of the village, he has been a witness to poaching for years. With the number of animals receding and posers on hunting, the prized catches are hard to come by, he claims.
পানি পানি হবে পানি দাও না একটু পানি খাই
Strolling in the hamlet, we suddenly chance upon a wedding ceremony. No superfluous hypocrisy. Everything is natural. Stage of leaves, food, and even the drink, mohua, made at home. Though the setup is rustic, warmth is present aplenty. Those strangers, the relatives of the bride and groom, accord a warm welcome to the city lads.
দিসনা গোধুলা পরের ভাতে ও ভাতে হে বতরে পিরিতির ফুল ফুটে
Unused to such hospitality, we give the groom's uncle a gift, a token of our appreciation. Offering us food and drink, the tribals dared to bridge the rift between themselves and the civilized world. Do we? Ever? Finally, we're on the Ayodhya hilltop. Sumptuous chicken meal over, we walk through the hilly terrain. On the way, we meet Pahad Singh, the self-proclaimed spiritual guru of the area. A die-hard fan of Ram, he believes Dasharath's eldest son had started the poaching festival. With a red china rose tucked in his right ear, Pahad, a resident of Ayodhya, is an example of bubbly life personified.
We poached to appease Naranguru, the god, boss of hills. Ramchandra had started the tradition of poaching on the hill on the night of Buddha Purnima. I've seen my ancestors going out for poaching. My father, grandfather, all used to set out for hunting on the eve of Buddha Purnima.
With dusk dawning on the earth, we are now heading towards Jamgutu.
রাঙামাটির পথ ধরে আমরা এখন যাব সোজা জামগুটির দিকে পাহাড়টা টপকালেই পেছনেই একটুখানি যাবে চলো
Used to the coziness of city life, one of our teammates objects to walking down to Jamgutu. Yet, we persuade him to walk, to enjoy the ambience of setting sun amid slopes of the hilly terrain. Reaching Jamgutu, we meet Gaur Hasda, who assures us of a hut where we can spend the night. Tired of walking, it's time to unwind against the backdrop of the beats of madal, reminding us of the Shikar Utsav ahead. The mode of relaxation in rustic and urban society is identical. Gulping liquor with sizzlers and tapping toes to music. Yet, we disown their sentiments. Thanks to civilized world society's inflated ego and cynicism.
লো সাল তলে বেলা ডুবিল
The deafening sounds brings our unwinding to an end. Afraid, we run out to discover a team heading towards the woods to lay the trap for poaching. It's a tradition. A section of the tribals ventures out for poaching in the night itself. Conveying our wish to join them in the mission, we ask one of them to make the terrifying sound.
আর জোরে জোরে যেমন করতে করতে আসছিল
বাজা থাকবে গ্লুম 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 গ্লুম
ধামসাটি
Finally, we back out from our plan to accompany the poaching team due to fatigue. Dasharath, a rustic and simple resident of Jamghutu, proved to be our deliverance that night. He cooked our dinner, sizzling ducks. Spending the night in the hut in Jamghutu, we venture into the woods to get the feel of the Shikar Utsav in the morning. A few yards into the forest, we find some tribals laying traps to fox the animals.
আচ্ছা এটা কি হচ্ছে এটা এটা কি করা হচ্ছে আচ্ছা আপনারাও
Rabbits will be trapped in the baits.
ওই দিক দিয়ে খরগোশ
They claim.
বা অন্য সব পশু জীবকে তাড়া করবেন তারা এখানে এই জালের মধ্যে
এটা লাগিয়ে যাবে
ফেসে যাবে ও তারপরে আপনারা ধরে নেবেন তাই তো আচ্ছা 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 আচ্ছা। এটা কি সব
হরিণও পাবে বরহা পাবে কানাদা গটা বিরিদল কানাদা
Waiting for the poachers, some tribals sing, showcasing their involvement in the Shikar Utsav.
আলো সেরা মেরাগ ভাই রে আলো সেরে মে हमर ভাই রে ইয়া বদুড়ু গীতি তেরে হো সাগনে রুয়াড়ো
A child and his father intrude into the scene. The duo walks, following the trap in search of the prized catch. We follow their footsteps. We are delving deep into the woods to find out the true spirit of Shikar Utsav, miles away from the madding crowd. A group of tribals, sporting bows and arrows, are eagerly waiting for the animals with drums and bells. Our request to the tribals to play their instruments irks them, for there is neither the catch nor the coins. After repeated pleas, they start dancing and playing the music, but reluctantly. Entering the forest further, accompanying the tribals, we discover their archaic ways of celebration, the wildness of human civilization. Gradually, we venture deep into the woods in search of animals with the tribals of varying nature. A jovial man, claiming to have hunted a tiger, turns the toil of scaling the Ayodhya Hill into an easy task. Though unconvincing, his narration of poaching a tiger has the whiff of adventure. We start calling him Bagharu for his cuteness.
লোকগুলো সব চিৎপাত চিৎপাত মানে সব পড়ে গেছে যেখানে সেখানে সব পড়ে গেছে
আচ্ছা
দিয়ে পরে ওই যে অস্ত্র ওই খেড়ে আর মাহাতো ওরা কিন্তু অস্ত্র এমনি ধরে আছে এমনি ধরে আছে কিন্তু ধরার পরে কি হলো বাঘ তো অমনি এগিয়ে এসছে 5 হাত দূরে কিন্তু না ওদের নড়চড় কিছু
With some tribals playing a sonorous tune on flute, we enjoy our journey to the core of the forest. Suddenly, Bagharu's shrill voice, spewing venom at civilized society, brings the musical harmony to an abrupt halt.
The urban people do not treat us as human beings. Despite their shabby treatment, we have accorded you guys from the city a warm welcome and have cordially included you in our poaching team. Can't we expect the same while we are in Calcutta? Our language might be rustic, but aren't we human beings like you?
আমাদের ভাষা একটু হয়তো মোটা হতে পারে কিন্তু মোটা হলে তো মানুষ আমরা তো মানুষ
After a few moments of silence and a few strides into the woods, the tribals regain their spirit. Forgetting all hatred, they start gulping Haria, glass after glass. Giving a damn to civilized society, they go into a trance. Tranquility. Passing through zigzag alleys of a village, we reach the Shikar Mela ground, the melting pot of poachers. Tribals assemble on this patch of field with their prized catch and get absorbed in the celebrations. Alluring smell of spicy cooked meat. People still in the woods in search of animals. With animals and drinks up for sale, the locale becomes an ideal site for a fair. Amid the festive mood, the tribals, failing to hunt, purchase animals like goats and hens for cooking to mark Shikar Utsav. Cut away from the forest, the ground seems to be a picturesque valley dotted by green hillocks. The return of a number of tribals empty-handed from the forest reveals the recession in number of animals, thanks to large-scale tree felling.
The animals have gone away from Ayodhya Hill as the glare of civilization has reached the area. Deforestation has also prompted animals to leave the forest. They no longer find the place safe. As a result, the gathering of the Shikar Utsav is also receding by the year.
Tribals from all parts of Bengal as well as from Jharkhand and Bihar, throng the Ayodhya Hill on the eve of the Shikar Utsav. They travel in trains, free of cost, to come to Ayodhya Hill. It seems as though they have taken railway concession for granted. Participating in Shikar Utsav is a tradition. The tribals take part in it generation after generation to keep the tradition alive. What if animals are no more plenty in the woods? Often elephants play spoilsport in hunting. Afraid of the tuskers, poachers flee from dense forests at times. On other occasions, the elephants tear off the traps. Yet, with spirits high, tribals celebrate Shikar Utsav. Even as outsiders leave for their homes after dusk settles upon the valley, localites have a whale of a time, drinking, eating, and dancing to the beats of drums throughout the night. Unable to bear the blaze of the sun further, the strangers from the city sit under the shade of a tree. Suddenly, all of them recollect their brief but lively experience at Ayodhya Hill. They recall that the number of animals on the Ayodhya Hill has dwindled due to rampant tree felling. Construction of a dam near the hill has hastened the process of the animals' desertion. Development near the Ayodhya Hills and a higher frequency of tourists has disturbed the ecological balance as well as the serenity of the woods. Thus, animals have fled. Naturally, hunting has become an uphill task. Laying the trap properly, tribals have to make verbal sounds, clap, and burst crackers on the opposite side to drive the animals towards their lethal destination. Disappointed due to lack of animals, the majority of the tribals sit with their shoulders drooped. Breaking the eerie silence, a group of tribals invade the Mela ground, cheering and dancing. A member of the group has killed a deer. Their hero has hit the bullseye. The hero, Sitaram Murmu, hogs the limelight amid the deafening sound of drums and claps. He killed the deer in the dense forests of Ayodhya Hill. At 10 a.m. sharp, his steadfastness brought him dividends. Joy and sorrow are complementary to each other at the Shikar Utsav. While Murmu and his team would celebrate throughout the day, several tribals will go back home without any shikar. Blame it on lack of animals. Yet, they join the poaching fair year after year to keep the tradition kicking. It's time to cook and feast on poached animals. Taking off the skin and hides of the prized catches, some tribals get engrossed in chopping the meat. A few others light the bonfire. Cheers! No losers, no winners. It's time to simply eat, drink, and make merry. With shadows lengthening, we drag ourselves towards the road for the vehicle waiting to cart us to Purulia station. With a lingering, longing look behind, we head towards the four-wheeler, hardly a furlong away. It's time to bid goodbye to the serenity of nature. The journey, far away from the crowd, was ephemeral. But we have to return to our homes, to our loved ones, to our workplace. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Within a few hours, we'll sport once again the shield of civilized society.
দিগন্ত বিস্তৃত সোনালি রঙের আভা ছুটে চলে মন কি পাওয়ার আশায় লুকিয়ে আছে কেউ সীমানার ওপারে অচেনা ডাকের দিকে এগিয়ে যাওয়া তবে দিগন্ত বিস্তৃত সোনালি রঙের আভা ছুটে চলে মন কি পাওয়ার আশায় লুকিয়ে আছে কেউ সীমানার ওপারে অচেনা ডাকের দিকে এগিয়ে যাওয়া তবে কেন